Hello everyone, welcome to new video on preclinical pharmacology. Today we will discuss about a new topic that is lipid peroxidation. Lipid peroxidation is the parameter of oxidative stress. As we know that what is oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is the condition in which free radicals level in our body is get increased and antioxidant level get decreased, which may cause a oxidative stress. Now we will see in detail about lipid peroxidation in this video. Now, in this image, it is shown that this is normal cell, and when the oxidative stress or free radical species attacks to this normal cell, it may cause three types of process or three types of damages. The first is lipid peroxidation, in which lipid layer gets damaged. Then the second process is DNA damage. In this, the DNA gets damaged. And the third step is protein denaturation, in which protein gets denaturated or damaged. In this video, we will see about lipid peroxidation. As lipid peroxidation is a chemical process that occurs when free radicals attach to unsaturated fatty acids in the lipid membrane. This process can cause oxidative degradation of lipids, resulting in the formation of peroxide and hydroperoxide derivatives. As our lipid layer of cell membrane has predominantly composed of two types of fatty acids. First is unsaturated and saturated. Mostly the free radicals attach to the unsaturated fatty acids because mostly these unsaturated fatty acids are reactive as it contains the methylene bridge, and which is and the hydrogen in this methylene bridge is highly reactive. So mostly it attacks to the unsaturated fatty acids, and mostly it attacks to the polyunsaturated fatty acids. It doesn't attack to the saturated fatty acids mostly because it is rich in electron, and the second reason is that it is mostly double bonded, so it is stable, so it mostly attacks to the unsaturated fatty acids. Who has been discovered this process or observed this process is the Swiss chemist Nicholas. He provided his first evidence of lipid peroxidation in his book 1804, and in that he has studied the plant lipid peroxidation properties, and according to he concepted to the human or studied the human lipid properties and its peroxidation. Now, what are the external factors responsible for lipid peroxidation? The first is smoking, which is very common, and smoking may damage to the fatty acid layer of our cell membrane and may leads to the lipid peroxidation. Exposure to oxidants, air pollutants, means like hydrogen peroxide like substances or chemicals may can cause oxidative damage of lipid. Then excessive alcohol consumption also leads to the LPO, that is lipid peroxidation, and various types of pathogen leads to the oxidative stress may also damage the lipid layer. Then, how the lipid peroxidation takes place in our body. The first step is initiation, in which initiation means the just starting or attacking process of free radical to the lipid layer or lipid membrane. In this, first the hydroxyl or reactive oxidant species reacts with the lipid and forms a lipid radical and water. In second step, that is propagation, in this lipid radical reacts with oxygen forming lipid peroxyl radical, and this lipid peroxyl radical reacts with adjacent lipids forming lipid hydroperoxide and lipid radical, which is lipid hydroperoxide is more reactive than lipid radical. Then the third step is decomposition. In this, lipid hydroperoxide decomposes to lipid alkoxyl radical, which is also a free radical, and hydroxyl radical, which is also very reactive. Then again, this lipid alkoxyl radical reacts with oxygen to form aldehyde and hydroxyl radical, as shown in reaction. This aldehyde and hydroxyl radical is also responsible for various type of further damage or stress pathways. Then the step 4 is termination. Means in our body there is inbuilt antioxidant compounds or enzymes which may help to protect our system or lipid peroxidations or our body from this free radical. So these termination reactions takes place in various types, which neutralize the lipid radicals by stopping the chain reaction of lipid peroxidation. The first mechanism of termination is antioxidant radical scavenging. In this, antioxidants like vitamin E, vitamin C, and polyphenols react with this lipid radical, that is lipid free radical, to form a stable antioxidant radical as shown in the reaction. This is the antioxidant working basic mechanism. This is the healthy atoms, and the free radicals takes its electron and make it unstable. But antioxidant is rich in electrons, so it donate to the free radical species and make it stable. These are the antioxidants which can be sourced. First is endogenous and exogenous. In endogenous, it may be enzymatic and non-enzymatic. Enzymatic like glutathione peroxidase, catalase, glutathione reductase, and it is also non-enzymatic like vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin A. Then exogenous means it can be provided from outer or from external source also, that is vitamin A, vitamin C, E, K, which is present in various types of fruits like lemons, oranges, mangoes. Then beta carotene, which is present in carrots, ubiquinone, polyphenols, which is presented in mostly leafy vegetables, which has the phenolic acid and flavonoids, which is a acts as a good source of antioxidant. Then the next mechanism is lipid hydroperoxide lyase. In this, the enzyme lipid hydroperoxide lyase reduces the lipid hydroperoxides to lipid alcohols, which is less reactive, or which is exhibit from the body by urine or other fecal waste. Then in this glutathione, which is present in our body, which reacts with the lipid hydroperoxides to form the lipid alcohol and glutathione disulfide, which is not as much reactive. Then the catalase, enzyme catalase also plays an important role in stabilizing the free radical. In this, enzyme catalase decomposes hydrogen peroxide to water and oxygen, which is not harmful. These are the reactive aldehydes or reactive products, byproducts generated from lipid peroxidation. The first is acrolein, glyoxal, malondialdehyde, 4-hydroxy-2-enol, non-enol, and isolevoglandin. These are the major products of lipid peroxidation. This acrolein is the product of lipid peroxidation, which can occur when polyunsaturated fatty acids are peroxidized. And acrolein can react with the protein and matrix tissue, which alter their structure and function. It can also reduce the level of glutathione inside the cells, which may generate or activate various types of stress signaling pathways through protein phosphorylations. Then next product is glyoxal, which is a reactive aldehyde that can be produced through various metabolic pathways, including lipid peroxidation. And it is involved in the formation of advanced glycation end product and lipoxidation end product, which contributes to development of progression of diabetic complications. Then next or major component is malondialdehyde, is the reactive molecule that is final product of lipid peroxidation, and it is the marker of oxidative injury caused by oxygen free radicals. MDA can bind to protein and matrix, which can alter their cellular function, membrane permeability, and electrolyte balance. This can lead to fibrogenesis, matrix protein degradation, and other changes. This is the main or major product of LP or lipid peroxidation. Then next is 4-hydroxy-2-nonenal is considered as a second toxic messenger of free radicals, and it's involved in various types of disease or play a role in various types of disease condition like Alzheimer, diabetes, CVS, and other inflammatory complications. HNE levels are elevated in muscle samples from diabetic group compared to non-diabetic group, and which may act as a marker in diabetes. Then next is isolevoglandins, is the family of reactive gamma ketoaldehydes that form when arachidonic acid is oxidized. This process is caused by the rearrangement of endoperoxide intermediates, which are generated by the oxidation of polyunsaturated fatty acids. Isolevoglandins react with primary amines of proteins such as the lysine moieties of proteins to form the adducts. Now, these are the various disease conditions associated with lipid peroxidation. Means when lipid peroxidation takes place in the body, this disease may generated or may develop. First is the cardiovascular disease, then next cancer, Then neurodegenerative disease like Parkinson, Alzheimer, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. Then it may sign of which it may develop or associated with aging. Then cataracts and retinopathy. These are there are some common diagnostic tests for lipid peroxidation. This is the common test, that is thiobarbituric acid reactive substance assay called as TBARS. In this, lipid or peroxidation forms MDA, that is malondialdehyde, that is byproduct. In this, it reacts this TBA reagent or thiobarbituric acid reagent react with the MDA. Then it forms a condensation reaction, means condensation reaction occurs and form the MDA TBA adduct, which forms a pink color chromosome, which may be the sign of LPO, and this absorbance is measured at 532 nanometer, and the normal range of MDA in plasma is 0.25 micromolar. Then the second test is DROMS test. In this, the in lipid peroxidation, lipid radicals react to the oxygen, then formation of reactive oxygen species. Then this reactive oxygen species metabolite reacts with the chromosome, that is N-diethyl para phenyl This is colored compound, and the colored compound reacts with the hydrogen peroxide, that is oxidized chromosome, and this color reaction is measured at 505 nanometer, and then the test is completed, and the levels are marked. Lipid peroxidation detection kits. There are various sources. Sigma Aldrich offers a LPO assay kit. Then Assay offers a kit. Then ABP Bioscience offers a LPO kit that can detect LPO in live cells. Then antibodies.com kit measures the MDA in variety of sample including serum, plasma, urine, and cells. Then AppChem offers a lipid peroxidation assay kit that can detect MDA level as low as 1 mole well colorimetrically. Then My Bioscience offers a LPO assay kit for research use only, and Enzo offers a AL detect kit. Then LPO level detection helps in knowing, means LPO as a biomarker helps in knowing us the disease progression, that how as a biomarker it can say on help us to know the various types of disease progression. Then cancer. Then LPO levels can help to know in brain injury, asthma, and various types of neurodegenerative disorders. Then there are some natural ways to prevent lipid peroxidations. That's vitamin C, vitamin E, as well as vitamin E. Various types of vitamin acts as an antioxidant source in our body and may help to stabilize the free radicals and protect our body from lipid peroxidation. There are various fruits, leafy vegetables which are rich in vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin A, and which may act as a rich source in of antioxidant to protect our body cells. Then spices and herbs. These spices, and there are various spices and herbs too which are rich in antioxidants and can protect our body from this lipid damage or protect our body from free radical damage. The various types of spices like turmeric, fennel, cinnamon helps us or act as a rich antioxidant sources. Then lifestyle changes. A balanced diet, regular exercise, quitting smoking and alcohol, reducing stress can help to reduce oxidative stress in the body. Proper exercise, meditation, balanced diet, no smoking, no alcohol, 7 to 8 hours sleep may generate proper development in the body and causes no lipid peroxidation. Thank you. I hope you have understand the video.